But we will have to see. Ooh, you can also zoom in while paused. That's strange. So you
It
can
is strange.
zoom in and mess with the menus, but you can't move the camera. As we tensely
What's
stare at this one part of the screen.
what's our LCUS record for longest pause? Wasn't there like a 15-minute one once?
At least. So, since we're here, I saw the players before the game started were having a debate about World of Warcraft. You ever play World of Warcraft Infinite?
Yeah, I got into it for a summer, for one singular summer.
Do you recall like which expansion they were on when you did that?
Nope. No, I don't.
Oh,
Oh, wait, actually, hold on. Something about something about like pandas had
okay,
just
sure.
come
Mists of
out.
Pandaria, sure.
Yep, that's it.
So one of the lower points, at least in my opinion. Um, so did like some friends pull you into it, or
Yeah, I wanted to find a game. I kind of like games where you can consistently track like progress and stuff like that. I'm just one of those kind of players.
okay?
Um, so I wanted a game where I could just, even if I stopped playing for a while, just fall back to at some point and just continuously better one character, and the game kind of never end. And so all my friends played, and they kind of pulled me into it. And then some of my other friends afterwards showed me Guild Wars 2, and I was like, oh, nope, I like this better. So
Guild Wars, you like Guild Wars more?
yeah, well, Guild Wars 2 specifically. I haven't
Sure.
played the first Guild Wars.
Yeah, I mean it's funny. Guild Wars 2 was one of those ones that another one of the attempted WoW killers, but I think they kind of fell off, didn't it?
Um, no, it didn't fall off. I think they just kind of hit different niche communities because it's still a very thriving game. I haven't played it in a while, but it's still got a very large player base. It's very active still.
Well, that's nice.
Um,
So what?
I think there's one more. Weren't there like three that kind of just like WoW, of course, is the one that no one's ever gonna really kill, and then Guild Wars 2, and I thought there was one more that did pretty well and stayed pretty relevant.
I mean, Final Fantasy 14's having kind of a renaissance.
Maybe that was it. You know what? I know it wasn't Elder Scrolls Online.
Hmm. Though every E3 or Game Awards show, they have another trailer that you think might be Elder Scrolls 6, and nope, it's another expansion to Elder Scrolls Online. So what'd you play in WoW? Horde,
um,
Alliance.
I was a Horde person.
Okay.
Yep. But I'm also one of those people that doesn't like to play like ugly characters, so like I could never get into um like an orc or something.
So you
I
played a
played the
Blood
what are
Elf.
those? Yeah, there you go. The prissy blood elves.
So everyone's rolling their eyes right now.
Hey, you like what you like. I like to feel like I look good. That way, in real life,
Sure.
I don't have to think about the fact that it's not true.
Sure. There was a couple of studies about that when it came to Legos, actually.
What do
There
you mean?
was back. I don't even remember. This must have been 10 years ago now. I I was interviewing for a job I didn't get, and in the waiting room they had a magazine about all sorts of things, but the main article was about Lego. Because back then Lego was trying to figure out how to appeal to the female audience. And it turns out that little girls and little boys play with toys differently, where boys tend to see themselves as like the narrator of a story or the, omnipotent god of the story who's like, just kind of from a distance controlling and seeing the things that are going on. Whereas
Right.
girls self insert a lot more. And they
So
are
they are the character they're playing.
correct. And so they were
Huh.
finding that girls didn't like Legos because they didn't want to be, blocky and stumpy and whatever. And
That's
so
interesting.
that's why Lego, I assume that's why Lego started having like, the more slim, kind of curvy female models for female characters. Not all of them, of course. Like I think like the Marvel ones still have the straightforward blocky for everyone. But like you see the specifically made for girls ones have defined figures, trim figures now. And I think it's because of that study Lego did.
It's interesting. The more you know. All of our viewers are probably thinking like, how are we talking about Legos right now, and like the psychology of how kids play with their toys and whatnot.
Well, there's two possibilities that I can see happening right now. One is either I or well, I suppose I could actually do this because I do have video editing stuff on my computer. Either I or Ace crop out this whole section. Maybe after we blabbed about the strategery of the position for a minute. Or,
Cough, cough. That was him politely saying, "Don't scrap that."
or they use the power of watching a YouTube video to highlight the progress bar and scroll to when it stops showing sepia tone and get back into the action that way. Once again,
I prefer that one,
hi YouTube.
but
Yeah, if someone wants to sit here and listen to me blather on about things, can talk a little bit about how the Blood Elves were just an attempt to make people like playing Horde because you suddenly had hot elves on both teams.
oh no, it absolutely was. Like they pretty much straight up even admit that they needed a pretty character for the Horde side. I mean, it works. It was a good call. It was a good call on their part as far as like, their I guess finance side goes. Like,
Sure. I mean, you had to populate the Horde servers and the ERP servers somehow.